I've been listening to Fallout New Vegas glitching in the background for a long time.
We seem to be live, yeah. Yes, we are live.
Okay, I don't know when it cut out, but I'm basically just going through the Auton factory wearing this, and I'm gonna die in 10 minutes.
It's definitely a step up from the power.
Captive is unconscious. They've taken a load of random civilians, I guess, is the idea. Capture's awakened now. Okay, good. Right, I've saved the captives. I think. Where am I? What's going on? We're captured. Well, not human. Do you know what happened? We're scavenging old store. There were these dummies, mannequins, whatever they're called. Turn our backs to look at them. Horrible. Reach out to us and start screening us. Blacked out. Still here, everyone. Of course, we get Heron back here. Oh, plastic factory. I think I've cleared the coast. They're rare robot sales mannequins from right before the war. They went haywire. Okay, good. Right, they'll get out of here.
Maybe follow them to make sure?
I'm probably going to make sure, yes. Yeah, they're just going out of the ramps. They're probably still near Vegas. Good. They're out. I've saved people's lives. Right, now I've just got to feed anti-plastic into the machinery. At these things. 3 anti-plastic removed. Right, good. Just got to find all of those.
There were 4.
Yeah, 4 allegedly.
One in the main room, one on the upper level.
No, there's one down there that I just saw. There's one up here.
There was one in the main room, there's nesting one.
There we go, nesting consciousness. Straight back to fucking hell with you. You eldritch bitch. Suck my dick! Delgado Plastics reference to the flippin' First Doctor. I saved the day!
You won't even know what you look like.
No, because I'm still wearing the clown mask. Okay, and now... well, oh, whoops! Okay. Okay, no.
Did you die?
I think I exploded the bloody TARDIS.
Yeah, because it's suspected.
Oh, I've been holding it off. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm a muppet. Well, time to...
Maybe regenerate now before you...
I'm gonna regenerate right outside the TARDIS. I think.
Maybe...
I may also keep my face, because I actually kind of like this face.
Oh god, you're gonna do a David, are you?
I'm gonna do a 10th Doctor, yeah. But I guess I guess it turns out that regenerating inside the TARDIS was a bad idea, actually. Oops.
It might also be the fact that, the Nesting was busy dismantling the factory and you didn't leave.
Oh! Yeah, that's an option too, huh? Maybe I shouldn't do the contaminate the by nearest to the bad guy last next time I get killed, huh? Ugh. I wanted to see if there was a cool animation, but maybe there wasn't. Okay. So I'm gonna just run like hell, randomize the location, regenerate wherever I land.
Yep.
Again. Also, hi Stories, I'm sorry, you joined at a time when I was about to explode, so, you know. Okay. Right. Zigzag plotter. Helmet regulator. Maximum warp. You saved all the prisoners, and the people from the army will be grateful. Thank goodness. Time to continue the clown time. Oh, clown time! Ooh. And I find correct. Same face. And same special stats. Ooh.
So are you not a fan of the new face you got in that last regeneration?
I didn't ever see the one I got in the last one because I exploded and had to rewipe time. So I'm playing with a few mods. Stories. You may have noticed. You may have noticed a few mods.
Where did you land? Where did you land?
Okay, F5 in case it's somewhere dangerous. I am in Vault 101, I think?
The light is calming.
No,
and puts your mind in
no,
ease.
this is the end of it. This is the end of that vault.
Have a look.
It's Vault, yeah, it won't tell me the proper location, but it's the Vault 11. The one which has a very good story that I am potential. It would be very fun if, like, the first thing I did was just skip right to the end of Vault 11, but no, I'm going somewhere else probably. What? Okay, so what are my mod quests? Because I was gonna just finish that, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. My medicine's high enough. And also, if it's not, I can heighten my medicine. Okay, Navcom. Navcom databanks. Return to the capital wasteland. Megaton. My home. Here we go. So I'm not sure if that. Okay, Ari, I should cover that. So the Nestine consciousness is like an elder god thingy. Oh shit! Like sometimes literally, sometimes not. Definitely existed since the dawn of time. It basically controls plastic. Autons aren't really alive. They are very much artificial constructs controlled by the Nestine. Which is why I feel absolutely no guilt shooting one with a sniper rifle. Repeatedly. Which I should... Now I'm out of shotgun ammo, I should maybe put this in storage for a bit. Along with my incredibly large supplies of anti-plastic and my... I'm going to put that assault rifle in the bin. I now have 2 biogenic mines. It turns out you can clone them. Oops. Somebody might have done that wrong. Goes right from...
You dropped one and then picked one up, didn't you? Which is what bubbled them.
Yeah. Yep. Oopsie doopsie. I did a whoopsie for uh-oh. Yes. I'm piloting level 10. I don't know what that means, but I'm for me at this point. Shit! No! Let me calculate the warp full factoids. Okay. So I've been playing around with mods, and also I was gonna possibly quit because things went a bit out of hand. But hey, puppy. Hey, dog meat. Dog meat. Dog meat. Okay, so dog meat might have broken. I think I've broken dog meat.
God damn it. Can't believe you regenerating broke dog meat.
I have no clue what actually broke dog meat. There's many possibles. I can break down Vasta Steel cartridges into what, though?
Vasteel, because that's what Staten was doing.
Oh, of course, flipping.
Like expressly in the note.
You can turn their ammo into. Oh, I'm a dummy.
It's literally in the note.
Hey, just making sure you're.
Got from Staten.
All of us here thank you for everything you've done. For us, it's.
Yeah. Okay. So.
You looking to trade, stranger?
Okay. So.
Check out Craterside Supply.
So, I don't think I've broken everything. Dog meat just ended up being accidentally teleported to that place, I think. I'm going to, I'm going to dismiss dog meat. Yeah. So that should hopefully fix dog meat. And if it doesn't, oh well. Hey, Moira.
Well, how do you feel?
Moira. Hey, Moira, you know how I'm a big, smart-brained medicine girl.
Huh.
Moira!
I think you might have been lied to by the wiki.
Because if I've been lied to by the wiki, this game, I literally can't complete this quest.
Wouldn't you have to use a console
I would have to use a console command, which I will do if it's a bug because of the mod, but...
Oh, hey! You know...
Yeah, so my medicine is currently at 100 and the check isn't working. So, either that is broken, or it is a check that you have to do before she sends you out to get injured. In which case, that's bad design. So, I'm gonna just...
It's more likely the mod has broken it.
It's quite possible the mod has just broken it. But, I'm gonna... There should be a console command for just completing this bit of it, which I'm gonna look up quick. Fallout New Vegas complete part of quest command. It's not no clip. Complete quest ID completes it. Completes all stages of the quest, even quests you've not taken on. Okay, so there's a lot of them. I can reset the quest, which is not really how. Move to quest target. Show quest log. Get quest completed. Chase the target. 1 for 2 and 0 for false. Complete all stages. Set stage. Quest stage number. Move the quest in your quest log and indicate quest stage. Recommend command for moving bugs. Settings for my force inside check from completed. Okay, so stat stage, quest ID, quest stage number is gonna be... It'll be a little fucky. Fallout
Try not to complete
3
like one in the
Wasteland Survival Guide Wiki. This is not what I was intending to do on stream, I'll be honest. Okay, yeah, it's a multi-part quest. The quest, I think I have the editor and form IDs of the quest. It's the stage IDs that's going to be a bit of a problem. Because the stage I'm at, I might end up accidentally skipping some things.
Like the Myolak section.
Yeah, the worst. I mean, I would have done that, but yeah. Quest stages. Okay, here we are. So if I set it to 56, Return to Moira. No, 46, Return to Moira, which is the end of the Mole Rats. Or 66, Return to Moira with your injuries. Okay. So, with a little bit of fuckery. Set stage, quest ID, quest stage number. Set stage. And the quest stage is going to be 66 is the first one I'm going to try. I should probably make a hard save before I do this, actually, just to be safe. And it's 66 is what I'm going to do. And bear in mind I have got this injured with the thing and all that. Like, the problem is the mod is healing me. I technically killed what might have been a plastic elder god child, but it wouldn't be genocide, it would just be murder.
Or blast.
00014E96. 00014E96, did I just say?
Yes.
Not found for parameter quest.
Panda says E621.
No! This is bloody annoying. Okay, so it's like I genuinely wanted to do the Wasteland Survival Guide as well, is the worst part. Does Tale of Two Wastelands change quest IDs? I always had trouble getting this one to work, so... Oh, apparently I have to change the first two numbers to reflect where Fallout 3 is in the load order. So, if I go back up, I need to check my load order quick, but I have to Alt-Tab every time, which fucks with the console a bit, but according to my mod organizer, Fallout 3 is priority 7 for some reason. I didn't intend it to be priority 7, but apparently 007 should, and removing the tab, should hopefully not work. Wait, it was the first two, not the... I'm just gonna, okay, so... I'm over encumbered. Oh, flippin' heck. Okay. So this is... option 2 in the stupid clown bullshit that I'm gonna attempt to do here. I need to be injured to use a stim pack. Whoop! That was too high.
Time to regenerate.
No, because that fully heals you. Whoop. Okay. So I cracked my limbs a lot. Probably should take off the damage resistance one. Because the problem with this mod is if you're a Time Lord, you heal.
What happens if you take damage and then use the stim pack?
That is what I'm trying to do. I do not think I think it didn't work the last time I tried this, but I'm gonna just sort of continue to demonstrate my... Okay, there we go, there we go. Right, I'm injured. I'm apparently not injured enough. Apparently I've wasted today's physician. Oopsie poopsie. I'm gonna take a stim pack to stop myself from healing.
Like, you might not get the optional, but you could probably get the quest done.
Hey Moira, acknowledge that I'm very injured.
Going out there in the waste.
Hey Moira. Hey Moira. Hey Moira. Moira.
Rip.
Hey Moira!
How's it going out there in the waste?
Somehow this is working!
Well, now, how would you describe the pain you're feeling?
Some...
Any advice for how to keep it from being... Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And it does help when you're...
Okay, she's gonna heal me, which will stop me from... Fucking wars!
Right, you should probably turn on God mode
Okay,
once you
right, no.
start talking to
No,
Moira.
I have the other solution, which is... Gingerbeer, talk to Moira. Oh my god, Gingerbeer healed me more than that.
Hey! Oh, watch your...
Nowhere.
It's fine, don't worry, it's fine. I'm just gonna keep injecting myself with deadly poison for you.
Where else?
Oh wait, yeah!
You're going down.
And then it hurts them! Moira Brown has died somehow. Yeah, so if you're too close to people when you get poisoned in that way, it turns them hostile for some reason.
So it looks like you need to literally take the ginger beer on like the last bit of
Oh,
health.
hey! Oh, watch your step.
Okay. So now I'm holding off regeneration, so hopefully...
How can you be
Hotkeys! 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 Hotkeys!
TGM once you're in the chat.
Hotkeys! Hotkeys!
Well, for ginger beer to be like the last bit of health.
I am hotkeying Gingerbeer to 3.
Hey, don't mind the smell.
Oh, hey! Oh,
This time she's not acknowledging it.
The USA.
how's it going out there in the waste?
Maybe you have to wait a little bit longer.
And nowhere else.
How's it going out there in the wastes?
Okay! I'm now
Oh, well,
not...
no, it
I'm
does,
technically
dear, but
dying.
It's for a good... Now.
And you're not actively
How can you
going
be
to...
walking
Okay.
around like this?
So, she thinks the clown is still me, I guess.
Okay. I even stitched a little... Here. Take the...
The last part's about my looks, right?
Yeah. So... And be sure...
Goodbye.
Remember...
What was... She gave me an observer? What's an observer?
It's a camera.
Oh, no, it's the device I've got to put inside the Mylurk nest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the...
And now I've got an
camera.
environment suit. That'll help. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's fine. I've had a good innings. I hope that my step
Time to
was
regenerate.
light. Sight. Oh, 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 oh. Let's be fair, I kind of cheated that last one anyway, so... God, I'm burning through regenerations like a goddamn idiot. Oh my...
Time to put some wiring. That's a look. I'm not sold on that one.
Hi, Wadsworth. Fuck me running.
It's a very different face. to the last
This is
one.
why I have to wear the clown mask now. Zero room.
Well, because most of your regeneration don't look that good.
Oh, I gotta get to the zero room.
Well, like, your third regeneration's a bit of a letdown compared to your second one.
I can't see. Oh, weird. I guess that was a lighting glitch of some sort. It's. I'm just gonna fucking. Would you like some crap, friend? Would you like to eat some of my delicious, delicious crap? Please.
I mean, on the side, there is that thing in River City that lets you change your appearance.
Yeah, no, it's I can change my appearance if I need to. Oh my god. Those stats though. I'm hoping that's
really
just the
bad.
regeneration sickness because oof.
Your stats have definitely gone down if that is. Like, that is less points than you had to begin with.
Oh wait, this is the red. The red room's the one I want. Oh, I'm TARDIS.
I mean, if you won't know until like regeneration sickness comes out, but that's definitely low compared to all your
Left,
other
two
stuff.
doors right, one door left. Okay. So. Okay, my luck is being reduced by, what, 2 right now? Because of the outfit, yeah.
Even so, that is
My Christmas
definitely
plus
less
1, but
points
yeah,
than
no,
what
that
you went
is...
into. That's less points than you went for.
Yes, that
originally.
is less than I started with. Turns out dying wasn't very good for my health. But... I mean... I did finish the Moira quest, though, everybody!
I don't think it was worth it, though.
Let me get naked quick to see what my actual just base stats are. Fantastic. Unfortunately, you do not change the perks you have.
That's lower than your starting stats if you were a level 1. That's less points than you start off with.
Well, you take some, you lose some. This is my 4th incarnation. Useless Leela. She's gonna wear a slightly different outfit, I guess, because it's... I don't know.
You'd think that when they modded this up, they would at least set it so, like, points would just move round rather than...
I don't know how they set it up. Yeah, I think it is supposed to be like you can get unlucky with a regeneration, rather than it just always being a guaranteed good time. But also, fuck. These were my original stats. For the record.
Yeah. You are worse than where you started.
Yes! Well, no, technically not, but... I'm worse in terms of that stuff. But here's the thing, I'll be fine, right? Like, I'm not. I've been worse, I think. Why is everything so heavy? Was it because I'm carrying 28 scrap electronics and 20 scrap metal for some reason? I'm gonna drop off most of these materials quick. Just you know, it's of course, it's fine. It's holy shit. Now I can wear my power armor again, I guess. What does that fucking mean, Panda? What the actual fuck does that even mean? Panda Bibble! Anyway, I don't think Moira will notice the difference. Let's go! It's fine, I'll die again soon.
At least there's no good reason to keep this face down longer.
I fucking love this mod. It's so good that I can be going for a nice walk and then suddenly, oops, I guess I'm... Let's see how high I can...
You are absolutely cursed with fatal deathing this.
Only a little bit.
Things are going well for you today,
I'm kind of
madam.
sad that the Black Time Lord I was for like 5 seconds isn't around anymore. But...
You did preserve them originally by pouring off the engine into something else and then still
And then I still had to die again. Because of my sense of fair play or some shit? I don't know. Where is it? Infiltrated a science weapon, so I can probably use that for a bit. Infiltration. Chinese stealth armor, that was what I was after. And with the Chinese stealth armor, what is my current stealth at? 77, which I think is including the... It's not including that. Hold on. Hold on a gosh diggity doodled minute. I don't have a perception filter anymore.
No.
So... If I'm just...
You are technically on your 4th incarnation because you spent time twice in the second one.
Look, sometimes you trip and bump your head on the console room table. It's fine. Moira let me complete the quest. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be able to get more incarnations later. It's fine. It's all just, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I will have to put some... I will have to put my power armor away, though. It's fine. Panda, I hate that I can't... I will not be able to stop you using the term scarf daddy. It's... Oh shit, yeah, I've got the environment suit now as well. Forgot about that. But yeah, if I put the... Wait a second, I can still wear the... Flip it. Sure. I guess I'm wearing my power armor. I'm the stealthiest. Look how stealthy I am. I'm a stealthy girl. Fuck me. I look ridiculous. Mimi. Oh. Nope, this is not the right floor. The lighting has gone a bit wonky again. Mimi.
Just protecting those terms so they can always turn up.
If I need to ban them, I will. If Bimbo Churchill is abused by the team, I will have a... I will come down like the hammer of God. Oh, the biomatching receptacle is now full. So is there a way to...
Yep.
Well, there's a more efficient anti-plastic recipe now. If I want even more anti-plastic, I guess. But I need a lot more alkali before I can make another of those hands. Or the tea that I think gets rid of your regenerative issues. Time Lords do not canonically have two PPs. As far as I'm aware. That's the thing. Because it's a kid's show, or a family show even, to be more accurate, it's not like they're ever going to confirm the genitals of their main character. So, like, that's the thing. Right? If you want to, you can make a strong argument that the Doctor has never been naked in front of people within the context of the show.
True.
Apart from a few incidents.
Such as the Donna Noble incident.
Yes. But Donna isn't the sort of person who would judge, because she's a good person, I would say. So her reaction is not necessary. And also, that was a half-human, half-Time Lord, David Tennant. And as a result, genitals may vary.
There was also
the Matt Smith was naked in front of the time that Matt Smith was naked in front of Clara's grandma, and she seemed very accepting. Now that could mean he's a trans man, and grandma is the progressive queen that we stan, or it could mean that the creators really didn't put much thought into it.
There's also the time where Jackie Tyler changed him into the set of pajamas.
Yes, she did not comment, which implies that there's a similarity, but... I forget which one. It's either electronic circuitry or wiring that I need a little bit of. Sorry, I'm building a new key. I made two by accident. Shit! Okay, so now I need to make another TARDIS key so I can lock my door.
What about open the door? Do you need a key?
Technically, you don't need the TARDIS key outside of advanced mode, but I don't want to wait. I don't want to waste. I don't want to risk issues with that because
don't make another perception.
The door's already a little bit fucky. Let's be honest. Anyway, so now my stealth sneak is at 100. Ooh, Ooh, spicy. Yeah, here's the thing. I would like to make the argument that there are so few incidents of the main character of this family show being nude that you could infer that they have non-standard genitalia of some sort. Tepid Sewers or Georgetown West will be the nearest ones.
Like there's an express set they want you to go to for this quest.
Yes. And I just don't want to walk. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I hope things are going well for you today, madam.
You could say that. Because I'm off to the Anchorage Memorial quick. Ah, I see you're back to life. Good for you, buddy. I'm going to drop that thing I accidentally picked up.
The nail.
That one, yes. Also, this useless assault rifle I've now got. I'll use the infiltrator for a bit. Which I thought was a unique weapon, but actually there's 2 of it in the pit for some reason. Also, my fob watch is still here. Can I... Fob watch is a quest item. Okie dokie. That is an issue with this mod. They do give you quest items that have weight. I wish that the quest items didn't weigh and stuff.
Also, that fob watch apparently weighs 30 pounds, which is about.
It's a real heavy fob watch. Probably because they can't make weapons weigh less.
But like the knife does weigh less, like the flick knife.
I mean, it's technically modelled off a gun. I presume they just didn't change much in that regard. Where is the quest marker actually pointing me right now? Tepid sewer. Okay, maybe. It wants me to go back through this sewer hole, I guess. Sure, flipping. Yeah, here's the thing. The Wasteland Survival Guide quest, I actually really, really like. Like, Moira, people seem to find Moira annoying. I think she's quirky enough to be interesting, but not... I don't get why people find her that annoying. I kind of do. It's the voice, but... And the fact that she's quite chipper, but... And I wish there was more, what's the word? A bit more to her than that, maybe, but, like... You don't really need that. She's just a chipper friend who's kind of naive and wants to help people.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Well, worst comes to worst, you can always ghoulify her.
No, I can't. I fixed the bomb.
Okay, well...
I wanted that house, Mimi. I needed somewhere to store my stuff.
Get a different
It's full of racists.
It's a target-rich environment.
It's full of racists. Yeah, I think the stealth setups are working quite well. Oops, well, didn't mean to pick that up, but I'm going to, because y'all are probably going to be how I repair some of my guns later. And by later, I mean, there we go.
I mean, on your subject of regeneration, there was that time the doctor suggested that they could come back with 2 heads, interpret that how you will.
It's... Fucking hell. Wait, Panda, you haven't seen The Deadly Assassin! Where one of the episodes practically ends with the Doctor aiming a sniper rifle at somebody's head. Like, he doesn't, because, like, it's that's kind of out of character, but, like, it's basically what happens. Oh, The Deadly Assassin is a fucking lot. It's a bit of a... I think it's a bit of a mess of a story, but it's a pretty fun story, actually. I'd say a solid 7 out of 10. Wait, sorry, when did he spend an entire serial debating? No, he wasn't going to stab it, he was going to blow it up. And also it was only a good chunk of the cereal. Anyway, Genesis of the Daleks is also a lot. It's one of the best episodes of all time. 9 out of 10.
Unfortunately, it's not part of the way, so -5 points.
Not part of what, sorry?
Unfortunately, it's not part of the ways, therefore we have to subtract 5 points.
Look, okay, so, yeah, I got at Parting the Ways and Doomsday confused last night, to which I am eternally ashamed.
Also, you didn't realize the running theme of Parting of the Ways is
I
sacrifice.
haven't watched it in, like, years, Mimi. I didn't realise they
Like,
bothered
the entire-
putting themes in Doctor Who at that point.
The entire theme of that requires everyone to have made sacrifices in order for the ending plot to be possible.
Yeah, no, it's fucking... I love your interpretation like that. That's great. That's really interesting.
Everyone goes into that knowing they're going to die, and like Jack expressly knows he's not going to survive.
He
this
expressly
process.
doesn't!
That's like he is expressly told, no, even if he built it, you're getting wiped out regardless.
Yeah, he does a whole big kiss at all of his friends thing.
But like, even like, Parting of the Ways logic, the Doctor sends Rose home,
Yes.
Then Jack calls in asks Rose to read stuff off the screens, but gets told she's gone. Then the Emperor Dalek comes onto the comms and literally says there's every chance that Delta Wave will be built, but it will wipe out everyone anyway, and you'll get wiped out in the process.
And Jack's like...
And he still goes along with it, yeah, he's absolutely down for the fact he's going to die, and just says do it
Yeah, he
anyway.
understands. Like, dude's implied to have fought Daleks before. Like...
Yeah, he's 51st century. So.
Yeah, I can't... The timeline fucking backflips all over the place in Doctor Who, and it's hard to keep track of it, which is part of why I like the fact that recent episodes have hinted at the fact there is just a kind of changing timeline deal going on. Even though, like, because it's the only way it makes fucking sense, let's be honest.
Basically, Jack is very familiar with Daleks to the point that he can identify their ships.
Well, to be fair, they always fly in those weird flying saucer-looking things. They aren't fucking subtle. Oh, actually, I say that, they occasionally have different ship designs, but they are usually just flying saucers.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is absolutely down with it, but the Parting of the Ways is absolutely just kind of has a theme.
I'm not even debating it. You're 100% just correct. Yeah, don't notice me, please. I'm presuming for this mission's sake, they've given these guys like 0 perception.
Oh no, they can absolutely
They can see you. It's just going to be they're probably going to be kind to you because they're trying to let you actually do the quest. Also, God, the audio is dying. I would restart the game if it wasn't for the fact that that'll probably take longer than the mission bloody will at this point.
They just kind of moved on from those Panda and pretended they never happened.
No. Yeah, they had issues with the props from what I've gathered.
Also, it got quite worrying when there's one called the Eternal.
They basically just came up with cool names for them and were like, writers will think of something later for a lot of them. Like, the leader, the scientist, and like, the commander, they did some like obvious ones. And then they got to the Eternal and like, that sounds really cool. Someone will think of what's something to do with that. No one ever thought of something to do with that.
I assumed job was to make more of those cloning things.
Quite possibly, that would make sense. Okay. I just clicked Resilient twice like a dumbass. Ah! Yeah, basically like the Knights of Ren Panda, which is a shame. Like, they just... Especially as fucking the person who made up the name was the person who wrote the last movie. He clearly didn't have an idea what they fucking were.
It feels like when they did the multicolored dogs, they were trying to do Cult of Skaro again.
They were... I kind of disagree. I think what Moth wanted to do was get out of the loop that... I think the intention was to do a redesign because he was redesigning everything. And get out of the loop of, there's only one Dalek left. Oh no. Now there's one more left. Now there's one more left. Now there's one more left. That Russell T Davies did a lot, which was interesting storytelling, but not sustainable forever. Russell is a damn good storyteller, but he very much wrote things without thinking about what was going to come next, and you can tell that. Like, each season is an individual story and well planned out, but like, no, he just kept having to find ways to bring the Daleks back.
He is the guy who had a Dalek in his, like, hallway for a long time, so...
Wait, I have three attempts and there's... Yeah, no, I got so many does that I could just do that. But yes, secure medical safe. Remember the statue to find it, trust anybody. I can't turn anything on, which is probably good because that would kill the local wildlife of this area. That's a thing. It's been pointed out by certain critics of Fallout New Vegas, of Fallout 3, that the water purifier might have bigger ecological effects than initially thought. Mirelurks are the tastiest and healthiest eating in the capital wasteland. They are very much a thing that people are eating, and they are probably a stable part of a lot of people's diet in this wasteland. As a result, it is unclear whether they can survive in pure water. The purifier may in fact destroy a good chunk of the ecosystem, which may mean that in spite of your dad's best interests, he might be fucking everything up. And that's a way more interesting way to do that thing, rather than, like, the way the plot is. You could have, if you tweak that a bit, been like, yeah, no, that will fuck up the ecosystem. And we want that, because we're the Enclave. Like, if the Enclave want to fuck up the ecosystem so nobody can live there, or something like that, then maybe they want your dad to succeed at building the water purifier. Well, they kind of do, they just want to control it. But, like... There's stuff that you could do that's kind of interesting. Which is a shame, because, like, I will say, I'm actually enjoying Fallout 3 a lot, playing it back again, especially with the, some of the improved mechanical stuff that, Tales of Two Wastelands causes to be part of it. Like... Not suspicious, mate? Okay. But yeah, I do feel that New Vegas is mechanically superior as well. I prefer most of the ways its mechanics work. And Fallout 3 with those improvements is, like, genuinely kind of better to me. The thing being, of course, that, good, I can build another atomic shredder. Good-o. I'm not going to because I need the scrap electronics. But yeah, no, like, there are little bits where it's like, it would be kind of nice if they just done a second draft or two. Because the main quest itself is probably the weakest part. There's some nice set pieces, but ultimately it's kind of just there. It's the least interesting part of Fallout 3. And yet they try so hard to get you invested in it at the start by having the whole birth to death thing, but it's just like this. It's just not. It just doesn't work out in the end because the story's kind of mediocre, and he's not your dad, and you know what happens to it after you've played it a few dozen times. Like, just... Is the quest supposed to be pointing me in the right direction at this point?
I think you're supposed to drop down into the pit.
I'm going... Yeah, I know I need to go down. Because I know it's in the
like
waterways where they're actually
next,
laying eggs.
There's a pit right next
Oh,
to you
it's
that you
here!
can drop down
I found
into.
it. Oh, I'm in caution, I'm in caution, I'm in caution. Hide the observation device. Do not do anything to upset the locals. And I get the fuck out of here. Stealth mission successful. Who exploded? Oh my god. God, oh no, the Mirelurks have started eating each other. Yeah, no, like... I'm taking this stuff because it's, like, potentially ingredients for the processor. I need more alkali. And I do need to start taking water because water is important for that. Apparently water becomes alkali. Oopsie. Oh, I'm a bit low on... I'm a bit low on everything. I don't want to injure anyone. But I do want to not be holding some stuff. So, would you like some fire ant nectar, buddy? Oh, you're the one who died. Lovely. Good to know ya. Uh-oh. I think he's noticed something. I think he might have noticed something. Ooh, eck. Oh, ecking bother. Don't suspect me. I'm an innocent little friend. I don't... Actually, that's a thought. Because the mod wasn't designed for Tale of Two Wastelands, I don't think it works on certain things like Mirelurk cakes. Oh, it won't look on Mirelurk meat either because Mirelurk, there's lake lurks instead. Yeah, but yeah, no, like have I think Mimi went. Are you okay? Good. I just yeah. I know that you probably pop off the toilet without mentioning it. You can. Oh, someone's been murdering these Maya boys. Who's... Oh my god, this was a farm. Also, you may notice I'm taking liquid nitrogen. We're about to see one of the things that's cool about this Tale of Two Wastelands mod in a second. I will have to go and visit Dogmeat quickly because I gave him all of the stuff I needed and then he glitched. Oh, just fuck off, Kevin. I'm busy. But yeah, no, Mimi, I think I'm fairly sure you do take breaks without mentioning, and that's fine. It's not your stream. You're a guest. Like, you can have. But this. I hate when they do a door button, they're like, oh, can't open the door. Like, fuck off. Fuck off, I can't. It's a fucking door. Eat into our penis, mate. Fucking rude. Okay, so this might actually be where they were spawning. Now I think about it, huh? But yeah, I think the implications of the environmental storytelling here is that... Thank you. Oh shit, I'm out of drink. I've drunk the last... That's not a full hydrate. I will probably have to take a break, but...
Can't believe you're taking a break only 1 hour.
I will... To be fair, I might just... I don't know. I'm out of drink. That's the problem. But, know, like, I feel like yeah, this place looks like a farm. It seems like somebody was just farming this place. They were farming Mirelurks in this place. Probably Grandma Sparkle, that bitch. How dare she? How dare she eat the Mirelurk? Yeah. Oh, here, my...
All of us here thank you for everything you've done. It's...
Yeah. Karma events
Certainly.
seem to occur more regularly in this, for some reason. I think it's a glitch. Like, the Talon Company mercs seem to respawn way more often for me. Basically, almost whenever I come to Megaton, somebody runs up and is like, thank you so much.
It's likely because Fallout New Vegas has multiple
So are they
karma
intelligent?
systems ongoing.
Do they have a leader?
I think it's
some
just
sort of
because there's a
king
bit of a wonk
or
with,
priest or some sort of scaly community center? I'll bet most people would have just gone in there, guns blazing without half a thought. But not you. You're the best research assistant ever. I've been getting a good signal, but what do you think about them from your first-hand observations of them? Oh, that's unpleasant. But I guess it's no surprise. Practically everything out there can eat us. This bottom of the food chain thing really sucks. Some of these observations about their armor and camouflage gave me an idea for reinforced, neutral-colored headgear. Here, consider it thanks for not interfering with them. Oh, speaking of which, take these, so you can continue to avoid them in the future.
Oh, that's 6 stealth boys. That's a fuck ton. Also a shady hat.
Correct as always. And your feedback's really led to a very smartly written book. Maybe too smart for some folks, I worry. Of course, if the reader can't be bothered to understand something important as a book on how to stay alive, then what can we do,
Some of the medical knowledge might
And
be
in
a bit
case
wrong.
those readers blame you for their ignorance, here's your payment. 2 big boxes of ammo. Now, on to the next chapter.
I love Moira. She's just so happily like, here, have some murder utensils.
The last chapter's a bit more esoteric. It's about we need to know how large settlements are formed, how to harness the old technology, and I'll need you to get in. We're in the last stretch now.
No history, check the library. Local history first.
Don't be so sure. You'd be surprised how confused people get, even about important things. In this case,
Oh, good,
I'm
I need to go
talking
to
about
Rivet City
Rivet
anyway.
City. It's the most successful survivor settlement around, but no one here really knows how it started. Of course, that's why it's important to know how a place like that succeeded. So I need you to go there and do some researching. Oh, now I can't wait for what you find out down there. And check around to make sure you're hearing the real deal.
Okay, so let's just quickly have a nosy in here. Of course. Shady hat gives you +5 sneak and +1 perception. I don't think I'll need that. Thank you very much, Moira, but I will treasure it because you are kind to me. It's also kind of interesting they decide to give you the solutions that are not useful after the thing. Oh shit, Zap Glove. One chip of vacuum cleaner. I'm going through her stuff quick because I'm like, I want ammo, basically. Yeah, they've changed it so they're magazines rather than books in the inventories. They've changed some of the inventories around so that you can use a few of the New Vegas weapons and stuff like that. This is probably the best way to play Fallout 3, in my opinion. Like, there's just a lot of good stuff that they've done to change the game, and I'm about to show off one of the better ones. In a second, probably, I'm not sure. Give me some electron charge packs, I guess, sure, whatever. I'm going to avoid the bulk ammo, because I've been trying to burn through that for ages now. Yes, more hollow point and armor piercing. Can't hurt on that. And I forget what rounds the guns I use take, but I'm buying both of those. Sure. Ooh, a single. Interesting. I do have a 44 Magnum that I use sometimes, and I probably should stock up on sniper rounds. And now I have. Actually, you know what? Have an alien mine that does an absurd amount of damage and clones itself, Moira. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. It's fine. Don't think about it. Don't. Just it's fine. It's all fine, Moira. Moira, it's fine. Don't think about it, Moira. It'll be fine, Moira. Don't.
Are you sure giving her a mine like that is a
Oh, it's a
smart
wonderful idea.
Good hunting.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, why not give her a TARDIS key and a sonic screwdriver whilst you're at it?
Ooh, a good idea. I can let her visit me. Okay, so yep, I'm just still doing those stats. Can I hear Radroach? What? I mean, I guess I should change out of my change back into an outfit. Let's just put on a medallion and my very shady hat. I look very normal. I'm a very normal woman. Moira, there's a roach up here. Moira, there's just sort of a... She gave it mentats. Moira gave a Radroach mentats. Moira? 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 You doing okay?
Any luck finding out how rivets... Try it.
Okay. I think killing her smart Radroach maybe gave her a bit of a jump. Anyway. I need to do a quick... I'm just going to teleport to Vault 101 because, again, some of my mucking around broke some of the starting location stuff. So now I can take the TARDIS to Vault 101. Dog meat? Dog meat? Oh, fucking hell. Is there a way to just reset NPCs with console commands? Because dog meat is just not working anymore for some reason. And I know that I could use dog meat's pups, or I could kill dog meat to get the things, and just...
Apparently the words despawn and respawn are what Panda reckons.
That's a good boy, dog meat. I gotta use better ammo. Dog meat's not dying. You know, I'm starting to think dog meat might be invincible.
Just
Which is weird, because dog meat dying is like a thing that you get a perk for. Dog meat. Holy shit! Well, I mean, I can get my stuff back. Yeah, no, I'm reloading and no, that was... I feel bad already. Okay, so how do you despawn and respawn? I need to... I'm surprised that worked. I don't feel good about it. Yeah, it's just... It's... Oh, fucking... That's the thing. It's just... I want to fix dog meat, but I'm just... He's already teleported. Several times. I think that's what broke him in the first place, so I'm just... I think this might be the only way. But at least it'll give me bad karma. I'm sorry, puppy. I'm so sorry. Okay, I've got all your stuff now. Right. Yeah, it's... The problem is, it's just, I don't want to dig around in console commands. Dog meat is not a massively useful companion, and I'm just... I don't want to kill the dog. It's just... At least I can make the game character feel bad about it as well. You know? It's... At least I can make this idiot feel bad about having to shoot the dog. You know? It is a mercy killing in a way, but in another it is very much not. I don't know why I did that. Just gonna go... I'm walking because, yeah, issue with the mod means that, with the TARDIS mod in combination with the updated mod, if I try to sync the locations onto the TARDIS databanks, it deletes everything but the ones in the Mojave Wasteland, which is irritating. It means that if I'm exploring the Mojave, I might have a harder time using the TARDIS. But,
Please. Please.
Here, have this purified water, sir.
Are you serious? I can't offer anything. My...
There, I've helped the homeless by giving him water and not by actually solving his problems.
So thirsty.
Dude, I just gave you water.
Thirsty, partner. Try.
I don't think he can afford it.
Coldest drinks in the capital.
Deputy Weld, I don't think he can afford it. He's homeless, mate. Okay.
Welcome to Megan.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if I can't travel everywhere in my spaceship. It's useful, but that's not what I'm about. Because what I actually want to do is something that I've been trying to get done for a while. The Cryolator. And also I'm going to do some efficient recycling of electron charge packs, I guess. But, oh, yes. Let's have a look at this thing. Ooh, yes. Oh, this is nothing like the gun in Fallout 4 that came after this mod. Oh. Oh. Yes. 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 Oh wait, did they choose the flamethrower model? I guess they kind of just did, huh? It's... Okay, I'm going to quick save because I don't want to waste ammo for this, but... Ooh. And it doesn't have aim down sights. Hey, Wadsworth? The amount of stuff you'd have to do to make that work. Just look at that.
That's it then.
I am, of course, going to reload. I wouldn't ever kill my wonderful butler, but... But yeah, no. I have an ice gun now. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Mods are fun. It's fun to do mods. Also, wait, yeah, no, I was going to fix my weapon, wasn't I? That was why I was doing that. Yeah, the alloy steel, I think, is also a mod exclusive thing. They decided to, rather than just giving you regular weapons from the, vault, what's it called? What is it called? My brain. They basically improved the stuff you get from, completing Operation Anchorage. Still don't have much ammo for it, so I'm just going to leave it still, but I think I'm pretty good with whatever it is I've done. Now I can put some delicious meat into the grinder. Or some, fruit and a book I haven't read yet. The meat of my former companion. An iguana. 6 Nuka-Colas. More water I could be giving to the homeless instead. More meat. Vodka and 5 whiskey. While that's going on, I'm going to read that book I forgot about. I forgot to put the crunchy mut fruit in there. Shit. No, I didn't. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button.
Rip.
Mods, everybody. I should probably try out see what blood does. Because I think I've got enough to get the thing that I actually got it for. At this rate. Which is, I think, they added challenges to Fallout 3. And one of them is drinking a load of blood. So, at the appropriate time, I may indulge.
Good.
Maybe. It's unclear at this point, but you know. I do need that. I need a regenerative stabilizer though, because I like having the option to not change my face. I will be when I next have the opportunity for some reason, but it's like if I want to keep my stats or my face, I may in fact want to keep that. Okay, blood packs don't count, and that was nowhere near enough. Alkali. Again. Back in the fridge with you, nerds. I don't know what to do with the biomatching receptacle either.
Use it to grow a new person.
I'm slightly worried that that is probably what he'll let me do.
And then you can go body snatching.
I'm just going to put it in the desk and hope for the best. Actually, no. In case I change console rooms, it really should go in the toolkit. That's why I've got so much stuff in this box, is because this is the one that doesn't change when you change the console room. Because, oh boy, most things change when you do that. Anyway, let's go to a random location quick, where I shall... I said. Let's go to a random location quick. Out my ice thrower. Here's the thing, when I do it in random mode, it will be anywhere in the location that you've got set. So it will be anywhere in the capital wasteland. Unfortunately, you do have to do a bit of fiddling to get it so you can even go out of the Mojave, even if you start in the capital wasteland, because the patch is a bit, but I mean, it's good that I can go anywhere in the capital wasteland I want. What is that? Oh, these things. Oh, these buggers are a pain to get. That's what happens when you don't press the button. Explodey. Let's see what's outside, shall we? I appear to be... I think this is an area I've possibly been to before. Yeah, no, this is just outside. I never did deal with that grey ditch thing, actually. That's probably something I should get on, actually.
That'll be fine.
Let's see how ants like ice. Let's see if we're working on, what rules we're working on. Final Fantasy or, like, Pokemon. Let's discover the difference together. Ow! Rude. Wait a minute. Did I ever... I never did change back to my... It'll be fine, right? I'm sure nobody can cause me much trouble while I'm armed to the teeth and I just killed my dog. It's probably fine, right? Probably fine. Fuck that. I'm walking to a town full of ant.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to use my bravery and cunning and ice cannon to save the day. Isn't that right, ants? Hey! Okay, range is the best. Delicious ant.
Is there any food in here? Come on, tell me already. Look for the house nearest to the billboard. That's sticking out of the ground. It's pretty close. Well, they're big.
That's their ants.
My papa... I just call him... My papa had a gun. He said it hurt those things. But he said they were the dumbest fucking ants he ever saw. He kept telling everyone to shoot for their antenna. Nah, those things started coming around only in the last few months. At first, they just crawled around outside our town.
Back in the box, child. Ooh, fruit. Oh, are you a locked door? Not anymore, you're not. I should probably put the cryolator on a... Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Cryolator's on 3. And the lockpicking does occasionally break things a little bit. Ah, yes, and he's like, yeah, he made the ants. This man played God with ant. And it destroyed an entire town with ant. Oh, he's a bit dead. He's a bit dead.
Fine.
On the plus side, I got his gun. Neat. Mine now. Sorry, kid. Ripped your dad, but my stuff now. This cryolator is constantly making noise.
I think I'm gonna
That's
head
fine.
out now.
I'm literally just testing out the cryolator and then I'm going to bed, pretty much. I love you very much, by the way.
Have
Have a
fun.
good sleep.
I will. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Time to make a child sad. Oh. Oh no, the ant has returned. What will I ever do? Rip in peace, ant. Actually, how many quantums do I have at this point? So, I think I almost have enough to give to that.
Anyone out there? Hello? Come on, tell me. Oh no. He's dead? I guess I already knew. Besides, I'm too tired to cry anymore. You gotta stop it, so this can't happen to anyone else's family ever again. I wish I had met you a long time ago. And then maybe my dad
you
would
did.
still
I
be
did leave
alive.
you in the shelter for at
Thanks
least a few
doing all
days.
this. I'm feeling... If you look around enough and...
Return to the box, child. It's ice thrower time. I feel like this will probably be more effective against a different sort of enemies, but it's very fun. This is a fun weapon that was added to this game. Yeah, I see. They probably used a similar mod to the flamethrower because they wanted to do the reload animation the same way. Meanwhile, the music struggles to keep up because I've modded this game too much. here we are, friends. Yeah, it's like... Once you start fighting Daleks and Cybermen from the mod with a lot more power creep, these ants start to be a little bit weak. But they do all breathe fire onto my nice purple suit. That's okay. I bet this thing's rubbish in VATS, but I'm going to give it a try just to... Whoop. Yeah, no, yeah, I figured. So I guess this counts as an energy weapon. Oh, rubbish, oh no. Oh, stop it. Rude of you to murder me. Very rude. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a very murderable person, you know. It's not nice. It's a rude thing to do. I don't remember what the end of this quest is because, like, might as well at this point, right? It's just... It's not like the giant ant quest's gonna... If I remember correctly about this quest, it's, oh yeah, we investigate Marigold. Is quite explosive, I'm noticing. Okay, what? I'm out of... My overcapacity? No, I think I just pressed the caps lock button? Yeah, no, I just pressed the caps lock button. I hate that. I hate that I keep doing that. So I think that it'd be more efficient to use other weapons. Just... Also, I really do want to get the railway rifle at some point because, much as I don't think it's necessarily good. It's fun to fire railway spikes at people while you make train noises sometimes. You know? Sometimes you just want to make train noises. I like crafting weapons. Don't judge me. I only played a very small amount of Fallout 4. Because I got sad in a car park before I could get anywhere with it. But, like, it's weird that I feel like that one kind of, like, I feel like there was too much in that. Like, I don't know what to do with all this. I don't want to customize every weapon, I just want to be able to build some cool weapons sometimes. That's, please. Can I just make a few cool weapons, please? Not have to make every single weapon I own, because now it's a compulsory part of the system. Okay, no, okay. Thank you. Right. Interesting that this doesn't seem to have any quest markers showing up. I'm not sure if that's a bug or a feature of this quest. I mean, it's kind of a feature for me because, like, yeah, no, I'm not just solving the problem by following a quest marker right now. I actually feel like I'm investigating and exploring. Hey, thank you! Hey, I'm full out time. This is Red. Hello, everybody. I'm doing streams. I'm showing off modded Fallout that I've been playing because it's what I was playing anyway, and I just felt like it. So it is Fallout New Vegas, I promise, even though I'm playing Fallout 3. Hello. I was just finishing this off, so I had a nice endpoint, but thank you so much for raiding. I appreciate it a lot. And I'm hoping that my stream hasn't broken all of a sudden because it's displaying less viewers than it was a second ago. And that's... Okay, I'm not checking that note. I'm fairly sure what's going on with that. And also, ouch, my physics. Yeah, no. So, thing one you should know, my character looks like this. There was a nasty accident in the regeneration process. Number two, she might be a Time Lord. I never used the Infiltrator for any of this, actually. Give me a second. Wait, well, I think Hollow Point where anyone acts? Probably. There we go, I have destroyed. And I'm scavenging materials to make a large amount of... I don't know how to explain this at this point. It's just very modded. I need to find... I'm just doing the Greyditch, the quest of those, which is just there are giant ants. They've breathed fire, and they've killed a child's parents, like you do. You know, when you see a child and you're a giant fire-breathing ant, of course it makes sense that you... I swear I'm always this incomprehensible, but usually a bit more comprehensively incomprehensible. It's happy emotions colliding with tired brain, I think. Sorry. Where are we? Oh yes, no. So somewhere in the train tunnels there's a mad scientist. I remember this because I've played Fallout 3 before. And it is interesting to revisit Fallout 3 because, especially with some of the better parts of New Vegas glued on top, and also a cryo gun and a time machine, which doesn't work as a time machine, but we're not going to judge it for that. What? Oh, I forget that silence 10mm are like supposed to be a separate thing in this. Well, now they're just part of my other silence 10mm that I thought was a added weapon, but I guess maybe not. It's fine. Yeah, so I built a gun that fires fridge juice and it freezes people. This is not how fridge juice actually works, I think. I'm just going to show off as many weapons as possible at this point. This is just the I show off my weapons section of the stream. Stop. So, thank you. I have destroyed. Yeah, it's like Tale of Two Wastelands is real good. Fallout 2 Vegas is real good. Combining them is a tricky process, which deleted my save file a little bit. But I'm having a great time, and unfortunately that means I'm hyper-focusing on this weird modded version of a game, and I can't make myself play other things on stream. So I'm here now. Oh, okay, Sure, safe key. I forget a lot of these details. Like, Fallout 3 does do environmental storytelling better than a lot of games. Like, there's a lot of good environmental storytelling in 3, despite it being generally not as well written as 3, I find. As New Vegas, sorry. There's too many words. My brain. Ah, yes. Oh, yes. Have a good time. Thank you for dropping in. I'm sure you've had a long stream and I forgot to talk about that at all because I panicked. So, have a... I'm bad. God, I've been doing this over a year and I'm still this much of a mess, apparently. Oh, dear. Where is things? Oh, I'm adult. Oh, I forgot. I do have a shout-out command. I always forget I've got one. Good, it works. I always forget to do the shout-outs. Thank you very much. I'm using a chainsaw on ants. Like you do. You know, it's normal. Let's see, what's the other thing? I think the laser screwdriver only really works on, like, things that are, what's the word? Humanoid. I feel like some of its more interesting things will not work, and I haven't unlocked all of them anyway. But I can bash things with this baseball bat. So, I'm fairly confident most of my organs won't melt when I do this. And if they do, I'm just gonna get new organs anyway, it's fine. Just don't question it. It's chill. It's fine. So God, the audio stuttering, I really didn't. I'd be mean to stop playing for like over an hour now to fix the audio stuttering, if nothing else, and I am having a time actually making myself do things. Hey, ants. You like explosions, ants? Oh, so you appear to be... Oh, a unique surgeon outfit. It's not as good as my other medical outfit, but... It's interestingly bothered with, like... unique outfits for a lot of these things. Like... It's kind of just like, yeah, no, I guess this guy's here. Guess he has a unique outfit. Reasons. Oh, okay. Full safe in the clinic.
This could be the 5th time I've forgotten the code to my desktop terminal. I really must learn to be more organized. The password for my terminal is Formicidae. How hard could that be for me to remember? Note to self, destroy this holotape as soon as move to new lab is complete.
Yep.
If you're listening to this tape...
I do not want to listen to that because it's probably someone's thing. Wait, was it? My head hurts. I forgot. Oh, come on. I should gotta find. Aha. So there is probably more stuff down here. Because it's Fallout 3. Yeah, I'm gonna try very hard not to just explore the entire railway system. That is kind of a problem. It's a strength and a weakness of 3 that you can quite easily just kind of end up getting lost. There's a lot of stuff to explore, and a lot of it is nothing, but there's enough stuff to keep you exploring a lot of the time. While in New Vegas, it's more contained, more compacted, partially due to the fact that it was rushed to hell, but just... it does feel like you're not walking past stuff. It feels like you're exploring whole dungeons, even though they're smaller dungeons sometimes. And I kind of feel that more tightly controlled game design has aged better, because I don't have the time to play Fallout 3. Install 2. That is 2 out of 7. There we go. I also know how to do these puzzles now, which is significantly better than it previously was, I'll say. Oh, Ripper. Probably worth it, just in case I don't want to completely ruin my other better Ripper. Oh. Oh, this is where the naughty nightwear is. Ah! Oh,
I'm only gonna ask you this one time. Give me the naughty nightwear. All right. My mistake. It obviously belongs to you. Now, you just watch it, 'cause I won't be so nice next time. Yeah, just keep on walking.
Yeah, so there's sexy sleepwear everywhere in the Wastelands, just all over, but the naughty nightwear is worth murdering over in Fallout 3, and sure. I feel like this might be overkill. Let's drop onto the badly modelled blaster for a little bit. Oh no, that's just a... I guess I can exit here to get the waypoint. And now I'm instantly... Oh, well, I guess I can rob your body. It's fine. You know, rub a few corpses. It's whatever. You know, it happens. It's fine. Think about it too much. I'm also already dropping this assault rifle because I'll just use the infiltrator for a bit again. It's fine. Hurrah! Oh, it's just brothers still having a fight with some... Hey, Paladin Hoss, what are you fighting? Buddy? I've never met you, I think. I'll shoot super mutants. Welcome to DC, this is all they do here. Wait, are you also Paladin? Oh no, I thought there were 2 Paladin Hosses for a second. Because, of course, why wouldn't there be? Actually, you know what? Hey, super mutants, do you like being frozen? What's your feelings on froze? What are your feelings on this? I need your opinions on freezing to death.
Concentrating fire.
Do you like it? I don't think you might. Don't know if he was a fan or not. Presuming not, but you know, it's hard to tell sometimes. I'm already ruining that flipping cryolator as well. I've just used it way too much already.
Keep moving, Wastelander.
Where's me old person I talked to exactly once, Paladin Hoss? And also he ignored me. Where's old Hoss? Did he die while I wasn't looking? Just... Sure. Sure. Oh, neat. You know, I'm starting to think I might have taken the wrong turn. What do you think, Dead Raider? Yeah, no. This is what happens when Mimi leaves, I guess. Let's just have a quick... Where haven't I gone in this horrible nightmare mess? With a... Okay, so down there and this way. And I really shouldn't be using the cryolator until I can get it repaired. Because it annoys me with the ear noises. Let's use a pistol with a scope on it. My favourite Fallout 3 weapon that makes absolutely no sense. Why do they do this? I don't know. Yep, okay, so it's a bit here that might be something. I already checked this, didn't I? Yep. And blocks, yep. I must carry all of the stuff, otherwise I will be hungry. If I do not consume all of the ants, I will surely perish. Surely. Surely. Really not much to add on walking around, is there? Other than, I don't know, looking at this gorgeous face. Maybe? I don't know. Actually, wait, which of my outfits has... I think one of my outfits has plus guns. Yeah, no, that's probably better for now. And there's, yeah, nothing down there, which means it's down here probably. I now look blue, because of course I do. This doctor has a lot of weird, like, stuff you... Oh, there you fucking are, you piece of crap. This is where you've been blooming hiding.
Phil, you startled me. You really mustn't creep up on people like that. Well, I might ask you the same thing. You're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimental area. Oh my, such rude behavior. I'll have none of this from you. I have far more important things to do. Oh, goodness me, that rhymed. How marvelous.
Oh, I don't need the noodles. Actually, that's a bad thing to take. Dispose of the noodle. There. I'm a bit short on everything at this point. Carry capacity, but mostly. Oh, just gotta rob this man. He deserves it. He killed a whole town. It's fine. Don't think about it too much. And I should probably... What can I get rid of? I guess I could use the weapon repair kit or a doctor's bag. Not worth the doctor's bag. I think the Gauss rifle probably deserves the weapon repair kit more than anything. avoid taking your meat, sir.
I'm finding your interruptions trying. My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh, wait! I'm a scientist! How marvelous! My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever? Yes, it's fairly obvious you have no clue what I'm doing. The ants start out very, very big. Then we put the magic potion in the eggs, so when they hatch, the new ones will be smaller.
I have never
do that many times, and soon all the ants are tiny again. How marvelous! Well, this is rather embarrassing, so you'll have to forgive me, but it appears that I've made a slight miscalculation in my mutagen samples. Instead of lowering the size of the ants, the brood hatched and developed a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. A small price to pay for... A few die, and later, after the mutagen is improved, many more will live. That's the way it's done. The only way to correct this... Please, don't insult my intelligence. Had I been able to... My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the Ant Queen. If I can reach it... If I were to do that, months of data would be lost. No, the Queen must remain completely unharmed. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations. I've rigged the equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the Queen, and friends... So...
It's the right thing to do is to...
You will? How marvelous! Be careful. I trust your task is... Far too curious. His incessant questioning would often come when I was the most absorbed with my calculations. He had no regard for the importance of my work. You have your ideals and I have mine. I'm down here to complete my experiments at any cost. If that means the loss of a few lives... All scientists take responsibility for their failures because it comes with the territory. I will take this experimentation to completion without roosting on the moral high ground. If I allow emotions to enter the mix, all this time and energy...
See me. You can't see me. I'm hacking your computer. I'm going to destroy this man's entire career after he destroys all the ants. Also, I will be destroying the entire career. Like, I want it to be very clear. That. Oh, good. Collector. To that one. Capturing. Yeah. There we go. That makes sense. Oh wait, so this is just the same terminal again, maybe? I'm not paying attention. Clearly having a bit of a... going to rob this man blind. No, that's the wrong time. I'm going to go into this ant hole. I'm going to murder some ant. And I'm going to murder a man. You know, the usuals. I'm going to do it all looking like this. Because of course I am. I'm going to have to remember my bloody spaceship is. I'm almost invincible. This mod has made me almost invincible. Oh, blooming fishing. Oh, I hate that fishing batteries are so heavy. I need them for a lot of crafting recipes. Do you know what? Do I have any explosives that I can just? I'm kind of. Ah yes, the biogenic mine. This is definitely overkill. Bye. Okay. Huh. Oh. Turn them into trees. Didn't know that. Hey bud. They come better for the environment. Sure. I thought this was just a very powerful explosive, but no, it turns out it turns you into a flippin' tree. So, you know, it's also infinite, which was probably not intentional. I feel like that was an accident of some sort. But also, everyone is tree now. Now you're all. Oh yes, the Queen. My big science, my accidental picking up of the skull. Ma'am, I'm busy. Can you give me a second? I'm gonna eat my book, which apparently this scientist needs. I'm then gonna drop my skull. Where's my skull? There's my skull. And then I'm going to grab this new code bomb and politely leave. I'm gonna just leave politely like a normal friend. But no. I'm completely fine. How is he gonna deal with this? Ugh. Once this man fixes everything, I am shooting him and the Queen. And by shoot, actually, should I shoot him or should I turn him into a? There's a few things I could do. I think I might use this as an opportunity to try out the laser screwdriver settings, because I don't actually know how the genetic accelerator works, and I've been trying to find a suitable subject for it. And this man has made me very upset, so, you know, bye.
I've detected some changes within the Queen's. Then I will proceed to my... Thanks. How marvelous.
Sure.
How marvelous and sight it is. Hold still.
So you give me a perk because this quest is like that. Why did I trust this man to give me eye powers?
Yes, what did you need? You should take him away. It would be difficult to accomplish my experiments with him. I can't risk leaving this place. I have to continue. I have no time for children and their petty games. What are... Well, I will continue my research. There has... Until then, I will be staying in my shack next to the Wilkes' home.
So, Doctor, you have upset me. You're a nasty nerd man. I dislike you and your bad voice acting. Or over-the-top voice acting, I shouldn't say bad. In fact, I've noticed a lot of the Fallout 3 voice acting is a lot less grounded than New Vegas. Like, I wouldn't say better or worse, but there's a lot more people who sound like they've come straight out of a cartoon in 3.
Oh, back to the drawing board.
But, like, yeah. Like, this man irritates me. This man has put science above things he's supposed to be protecting. This man is a nasty little shit. I don't like him very much. I'm thinking there may be another solution to our problems. God, he's gonna take flipping forever to walk through all this. Oh, God. Well, let's press the wait button. I can't because there's enemies nearby. Oh my. Oh, okay, so now I have to... Oh dear, okay. So, what can I... Yeah, I think I'm gonna drink... You know what? Drink a Nuka-Cola, why not? No reason not to.
I'm sorry.
Yes, what did you need?
What's on this computer, I wonder? I'm going to discover what's on there. See what I can do to this terrible person. Okay, so, I accidentally used an one that I shouldn't have. That's bad. But... Oh no, I've locked...
Signature not recognized.
And you said there was a protective shield. Did you... Are you sure that that's working, bud? Because... Doesn't seem to be working. Anyway, secondary bolts. Destroy munitions now. Synthesize munitions before does not work. So...
Yes, what did you...
Yeah. So he's old. Oops. Maybe that wasn't a very nice thing to do in hindsight. Oh well. Stop using it for it. Brakes. Please stop killing me. And clean pheromones. I guess.
Yes, what did you need?
Oh, I guess he's not bothered by the fact I just murdered the... I guess he's not bothered by this entire... Now, it's hard to tell what's due to this mod being a bit funky and what's due to Fallout 3 itself being a bit funky, but, you know, I like to think that it's both. I disagree with that assertion. I think this man was definitely going to make things worse before he made them better. I think I did a good thing.
I'm sorry. Voice signature not recognized. Do not attempt to flee. Justice will...
Just to, you know, cover it up, you know, make sure things are fine. Can't just leave protectrons lying around. That'll end horribly. You know? Oh, might do something dangerous to the ecosystem. Okay, so I'm gonna just do... Oh my god, it's an hour later than I'm supposed to go usually. Sorry. Ugh. Right. I need to get out of this cave full of ants at minimum because I don't want to deal with being here. I don't want to deal with being here. But also, Todrick Howard decided that there was a definitive moral choice between letting an asshole who's already caused major issues and sounds like he doesn't care being in a rat. Todd, your karma system is bad. I'm blaming you specifically, Todd. You hear me, Todd Howard? Specifically, everything is your fault and none of it is the fault of all the other people who worked on this. Yeah, I really need to go to bed. Thank you all for watching, and especially forget if you got this far, because I shouldn't have got this far. It shouldn't have probably gone this far. I usually stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM. I also am in the Nebulous collection on Thursdays on Nick Barrett Fan Subs channel, and well, Brain, please. Brain. I need you, Brain. You're valuable, Brain. I need you to work. I might have... Did I take my meds? I think I did. Flipping heck, it's like I haven't. Goodness me, I might need to up my doses or something. It's... I don't get... Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna let you see... I'm gonna send you to plea. Oh, they are neat. This does remind me... Yep, thank goodness I can spell their name. Here's a raid, everybody. I'm trying to... Also, before I collapse on the spot and just die, if you donate the most in a week, you get in the ball pit. This is a disincentive. You should not want to be in the ball pit. Do not give me money. I'm joking. I appreciate anyone who donates. It is not. This is a hobby and not a job for me, and I do feel that you should donate to a streamer that is actually making a job out of this, even though I am definitely having a bit of a financial time now because I spent way too much money on a Doctor Who RPG rulebook pre-order, because of course I did. But I'm in a lot safer position than a lot of people, and Some people like my girlfriend, lots of Lossie. No, she's not lots of Lossie. She's Bittersweet Citrus. She rebranded. Like her, that's like her job. So, like, go do jobs. Oh my god, what's happening to the frame rate? Streamlabs, why are you doing this to me? I just want to stream games. Streamlabs.